This is part 2 of our new series, Artsakh, the Lost Republic. Do watch the previous parts for the full story. We also post the full-length videos on our YouTube channel. The land of Artsakh was an ancient Armenian homeland, a sacred space where a people's identity was carved into the very mountains. But in the early 20th century, the great empires that had ruled the region for centuries collapsed, and a new, ruthless power rose from the chaos, the Soviet Union. And its new leader, Joseph Stalin, was about to commit a crime on a map that would seal the fate of 100,000 people. In 1921, as the Soviets were drawing the internal borders of their new empire, they faced the question of Artsakh. The facts on the ground were undeniable. The population of the region was over 90% ethnic Armenian. By any principle of self-determination or simple logic, it should have been made part of Soviet Armenia. In fact, the local Soviet Bureau initially voted to do just that, but Stalin intervened. In a cold, calculated act of political chess, he reversed the decision. He was not interested in history or the will of the people. He was interested in power. To appease the newly formed nation of Turkey, a historic rival of the Armenians, and to ensure that the Soviet republics would always be divided and easier to control from Moscow, he made a fateful choice. He drew a line on the map and officially placed the Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Oblast, this ancient Armenian land with its Armenian population, inside the borders of Soviet Azerbaijan. It was the original sin of the conflict. A time bomb had been planted at the heart of the Caucasus. For the Armenians of Artsakh, it was a profound betrayal. They were now a minority trapped within a rival republic, their connection to their motherland severed by an arbitrary line drawn by a dictator thousands of miles away. They were cut off, isolated, and their long, quiet struggle for cultural survival was about to begin. To learn about the decades of suppression they endured under Soviet rule and how their dream of freedom never died, follow for part 3 and subscribe to History and Beyond.